Hello, my name is Sydney, and welcome to my Flock and Squawk. Today I'm going to be walking you through the process of making the easiest sourdough bread recipe that I have found so far. Part 1, the sourdough starter. First off, you need a sourdough starter. A sourdough starter is made from equal parts flour and water. It kind of ferments and creates a natural yeast, allowing it to be used as a leavener in baking. It's also what kind of gives sourdough bread the kind of tang that it has. I was gifted my sourdough starter about a year ago from a friend, but if you don't have one already, I highly recommend following King Arthur Flour's tutorial on making and maintaining it. Here you can see me feeding my sourdough starter after I baked the bread you are about to see. Part 2, the dough. So this bread recipe is from theherbalhomeschool.com, and it is without a doubt the easiest sourdough bread recipe I have found so far. I found it on Pinterest, and the herbalhomeschool.com offers it as a free printable download, so I highly recommend going over there and printing it off for yourself. It is super simple, and if you don't use butter to grease the pans like I do, then it is vegan. It's just flour, water, salt, and the sourdough starter. So super simple. It is also no knead if you use a stand mixer, and pretty minimal kneading if you do it by hand. I'm also just using all-purpose flour. The recipe itself calls for 2 different types of flour. Part 3. Resting. Once you have your dough divided between your pans, the recipe makes about 2 loaves. It rests overnight for about 12 hours to rise before baking. Part 4. Baking. The next day, all you have to do is start your oven at 425 and put the bread in before it preheats. And then once it comes to temperature, you just bake according to the printout. For me, this ends up being about 40 minutes in my oven because it takes a long time for my oven to come to temp. About halfway through, you can baste the top of the bread with butter or oil to give it a nicer crust. If you are like me and are unsure on when your bread is ready, because it can be a little difficult to tell sometimes, it is easy to take its temperature. If the temperature of the bread internally is 190 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, then you know you're done. And then you just let it cool a bit in the pan, and then when it's cool enough to handle, you can pop it out onto a rack to finish cooling. And there you have it. All done. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would like more, please subscribe. If you want, you can check out my blog and Instagram in the description. I will have everything linked down below. Bye!